After ordinal theory, there are two different approaches in this ordinal theory. The first one is indifference curve. The indifference curve approach is a fundamental concept in the consumer behavior theory. It is based on the idea that consumer derive satisfaction or utility from bundles of goods rather than individual good. This approach is a part of ordinal theory, and it emphasizes the ranking and of preferences without quantifying the absolute level of satisfaction. Or we can say that IC एनालिसिस में इंस्टेंट हम ऑफ कंसिडरिंग कि हम कंज्यूमर की यूटिलिटी जो है एक पर्टिकुलर गुड से सेटिस्फाई होती है. IC इज़ बेस्ड ऑन द आइडिया कि कंज्यूमर अपना सेटिस्फेक्शन एंड यूटिलिटी बंडल ऑफ गुड्स जिसमें टू कॉमोडिटी इंक्लूड होती हैं उनसे अपना यूटिलिटी attain करता है. Now the definition of IC we mention here is an indifference curve is a locus of different combination of two good which give the equal level of satisfaction to the consumer. In this definition it is mentioning that consumer getting equal level of satisfaction from the two good. Unlike the cardinal approach in which we consider that consumer attain different level of satisfaction from different good, and that's why there is a preference over one good and another. But in some situation, because consumer have comparatively have large number of goods and services, so it is in some situation consumer find that one commodity serve as a substitute for another. So in that case he or she has an opportunity in which he can substitute one commodity for another, and in this case he is able to make various combination of two good which give him same level of satisfaction. And when a consumer face such a combination of good, he would be indifferent between these combination, and when such combinations are graphically plotted it give a curve like diagram, and this curve is known as indifference curve, and it is also known as iso utility curve and equal utility curve. So here it is the mention definition of the IC curve. Now when we plot these different combinations in the tabular form and which give the same level of satisfaction to the consumer, it is called as indifferent schedule. So here is the example of indifferent schedule, and when we plot these schedule figure numbers in the graphical representation, we get the indifference curve. On to that, so we can say that IC is constructing by taking utility level constant. So different ICs mean different level of utility for the same consumer. Now in this graph, point A, B, C, D, E represent the different combination between commodity X and Y, but in all these points the consumer have same level of satisfaction. So all these combinations give the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Now moving to that, when we have a set of indifference curve, it is called indifference curve, indifference map. And as I said, different IC mean different level of utility for some consumer. So when we have different ICs, it means on different IC the consumer attain different level of satisfaction, and usually the higher IC represent higher level of satisfaction and the lower IC means lower level of satisfaction.